I'm just going to show you some progressions for leg circles. So starting lying down in your relaxation position. The pelvis is nice and heavy, the ribs are down, your feet are parallel and hip width apart. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, you're going to take a single knee fold. So just fold one knee in towards you. Keep the pelvis on that side nice and heavy, and we're just going to take some small circles. The movement is coming right from the top of the hip, or you can think about that as the bottom of the thigh, and we're circling that thigh bone inside the hip joint. Change direction. You're trying to keep the pelvis nice and still, so there might be minimal movement, but you really want to just have the weight even on both sides and those two hip bones level, and then you're going to come down. Same to the other side, breathing out, finding that single knee fold, that thigh bone's nice and heavy into the pelvis, and we're going to take some circles. Try and think about switching off those grippy muscles at the front of the hip. Feeling nice and heavy at the back of the pelvis on that side as well, to keep the pelvis level. And then you're going to still that leg, bring that foot down. We're going to come back to the first side, breathing out. This time you're going to lengthen the leg a little bit more, and you're going to circle. So now we have more space behind the knee. Let's do 4 and then 4 to the other side. You can send your breath into the hip joints to try and keep the tension from coming back into the hip and gripping onto that leg. We're thinking spongy down into the hip joint. So as we extend the leg more from a bent position, we're asking more of the hip joint, asking more of the core. Coming down. Okay, now we're going to extend that leg fully. If that's available to you, you can extend that leg all the way up to the ceiling. If not, if you can't do that without getting grippy or without the leg being further away here, then you can come back into that bent position. Okay, that's always an option. And then we're going to circle. So now that the leg is straight, you're trying to touch the ceiling. Get that leg as far away from the floor as you can, keeping the pelvis down. And then change direction, go to the other side. And then bending that knee, coming back down. Breathe in. Breathe out as you fold the knee in first, and then extend to where you can get to. If that's straight, great. If not, that's also great, but keep the pelvis down and keep the leg towards the ceiling, even if there's a bend in the knee. Good. So the core here is working to stabilize the pelvis. You use as much lift as you need. Still that leg come down. Okay, this is now going into our intermediate version. So you stretch the leg up, you take the underneath leg away. Again here, as far as you can. So if this is where you get to, that's fine. If you can take that back of the thigh all the way down towards the floor, you're keeping that weight really nice and heavy into the heel. And then we can take a circle. And we can take the circle a little bit wider, but only again to where you can keep that pelvis from joining in. So it's staying still as much as possible. The body is connected, so it's hard to find complete stillness in the body while working another leg as dynamically as we are here. Sliding back in, let's go to the other side. Breathing out, lengthening away. And then other leg lengthens away as much as you can. And then you're circling that leg. I'm going a little bit wider. At any point you can make that circle smaller so that you can keep that pelvis nice and level. And change direction. Good, you're stirling that leg now, bend the knee. Good. Okay, and just allow that pelvis to fully settle back down. Enjoy that feeling of the tailbone being heavy into the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. And that's it, we're done.